Welcome to Mancester Utd Transfer HQ, the home of daily football and transfer updates. Subscribe now and join the community of true football lovers. Never miss a moment from the beautiful game. New news is Brentford 3-1 Manchester United. Highlights: Man of the match. Stats as Igor Thiago piles pressure on Ruben Amorim. Manchester United suffered yet another defeat when they lost 3-1 against Brentford on Saturday afternoon at the GTEC Community Stadium in their sixth Premier League game of the season. The Bees opened the scoring with less than 10 minutes on the clock when Igor Thiago latched onto the end of a long ball that flew beyond the visitors' defence. Brentford doubled their lead in the 20th minute when Thiago took advantage of United goalkeeper Altay Bayınder's weak parry into danger. The Red Devils pulled one back shortly after when Benjamin Sesko fortuitously struck the back of the net from close range after questionable goalkeeping from Kevin Kelleher. Man United were awarded a penalty in the closing quarter of the game when Bryan Mbeumo was brought down before he could tap home a cross, but Bruno Fernandes missed his spot kick after a long VAR delay. The missed penalty proved to be costly as Brentford would go on to net a third in stoppage time courtesy of a long-range strike from Matthias Jensen, and the win leaves the hosts in 11th with 7 points, whereas United are in 13th place with 7 points. It would be understandable if Brentford struggled to compete with many of the division's elite sides, but despite losing key players and changing manager, they have still been able to take points from the likes of Chelsea and Manchester United. Survival would be a positive outcome for the Bees, and 7 points from 6 games is not a poor return at this stage of the season for boss Keith Andrews. As for Manchester United, they are yet to win 2 consecutive Premier League games with Ruben Amorim in charge, and their latest loss will pile further pressure on the manager. It is increasingly difficult to defend the Portuguese head coach's performances in the dugout, and he will be fearful of losing his position in the October international break. Brentford's Jordan Henderson sends a long ball from near his own box beyond Manchester United's defence, and striker Igor Thiago beats Harry Maguire's offside trap before striking a ferocious half-volley into the top left corner. An outstanding shot, Kevin Shea drives down the left after another long ball troubles United's backline, and he drives across into the penalty area, but Altay Bayınder can only palm the delivery into the path of a grateful Thiago. This could get messy for United. Benjamin Sesko goal versus Brentford, 26th min, Brentford 2-1 Manchester United. Kevin Kelleher tries to punch away Patrick Dorgu's cross but is unable to make clear contact with the ball, and his error leads to chaos in the box, and United striker Benjamin Sesko scores with his third shot in quick succession from close range. Game on, 76th min, Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United, penalty miss. Bryan Mbeumo is awarded a penalty after being dragged down in the box, and after a lengthy VAR check, Bruno Fernandes steps up to take the spot kick but Kelleher dives to his left and gets a strong hand to the United captain's effort. What a save! Matthias Jensen goal versus Manchester United, 90+5th min, Brentford 3-1 Manchester United. Brentford launch a swift counter-attack after United pushed as many players into the Bees' half as they could, and Matthias Jensen cuts inside before launching a powerful strike down the middle of the goal from just outside the penalty area. Bayınder could have done better, but Brentford win the game. Man of the match, Igor Thiago. Igor Thiago's finish for his first goal was outstanding, and his second showed that he is able to put himself in positions to pounce on errors. Brentford relied on transitions to cause United problems, but they would not have been able to find as much success had Thiago not been able to threaten in behind so regularly.